feral Remy.
Hello, it's me. I'm very excited to have Bad Batch brain rot again.
So, Remy, real quick, what are your thoughts on the whole retconning with the Asajj Ventress? Because that's like the biggest thing that happened yesterday.
Yeah, that's like the meat and potatoes of what's talked about right now in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, the last time we saw Asajj Ventress, she was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
And
lie. I'm not a big avid book reader. I've read a couple of Star Wars books. So whenever I saw Ventress, I was very excited. And I didn't really think about Dark Disciple. Like, in that context, I was just like, oh my god, it's Ventress. And then I saw people posting about it, and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that. But I don't think that they're going to retcon it. I don't think that they are going to. I mean, they made a statement saying that they are staying true to the events that happened in Dark Disciple. So I'm just curious to see what they're gonna do with it.
what do you think the most likely outcome is of that? Do you think it's a flashback or?
I think that it could be a flashback. If not, then maybe. I mean, I don't. I think a flashback is probably the only thing that could really get around that without upsetting people.
Well, another thing too, you have to remember she's also a Night Sister, and Night Sisters have a very high tendency of resurrection, as what Thrawn says in Ahsoka, coming back from the dead.
Yup.
So I feel like the only way for it to be possible is if she is resurrected by Night Sister magic, which obviously is still going to be an issue because Star Wars has a tendency of bringing back characters that, and that should be dead. But yeah, I was surprised when Asajj Ventress was on that trailer because I was like, wait, are they just going to take away the whole plot of Dark Disciple? But I don't know. Yeah.
But no, like me and Hereth, before we started doing the reaction for Bad Batch, Hereth had gone into, and I'll let him explain it. I get in here, and he is just real pessimistic, and rightfully so because Dave's had the track record of retconning things.
Ahsoka in Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah, whether it's too really little or really big, and Hereth didn't have the hindsight. Which, by the way, Char and I kind of sold that we hadn't seen Ventress in that trailer. That was definitely not the case. Not at all. All three of us had been spoiled that. So,
Oh.
I love how it's you acting and Luke acting, and I'm just smiling through the pain.
Yeah. What were you kind of feeling? Because I feel like this is a conversation that I feel the fandom needs to hear. I feel like the back and forth between us was pretty cordial for the most part. I was kind of an asshole, but
No, my whole thing is Dark Disciple for me is like in my top 5 canon books. It's probably even climbing up to top 3 in my opinion. Yeah. So like I really resonate with the story of Ventress and Quinlan and like this kind of tragic love story that circulates around Quinlan's fall to the dark side and Ventress's trauma with her past and how they kind of circumvene that, coming over it, and how Quinlan falls to the darkness only for Ventress to be the one that pulls him out, but ultimately sacrifice herself for him to see it. And it's the first time I feel like Ventress in her entire story had agency as a character because she wasn't letting Dooku control her destiny. She wasn't letting Palpatine control her destiny. Yeah. She made the choice in that moment to sacrifice herself for Quinlan. And I feel like bringing her back through, again, I don't know what they're going to do. Again, this is me assuming resurrection. If they're doing resurrection, I feel like that kind of robs Ventress of her agency in that scene. And it kind of removes the whole ending of Dark Disciple and why it's so poignant and why Quinlan becomes the man he becomes.
Yeah, because you have to think, if it is a flashback, the odds of us seeing Quinlan boss are pretty high.
I don't think it's a flashback.
Yeah, if it's not, then...
Ooh,
because
really?
I watched the trailer again. The hilt is different than how it's been drawn and it's been depicted in other canon.
It is different. It's her curved lightsaber from her early days in the Clone Wars. I mean, it's Star Wars, for Christ's sake. Fucking in the Battle of the Heroes, somehow Anakin has Obi-Wan's lightsaber, and then the next cut, the next scene, like literally,
they flip it.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars is notorious for doing this. So I mean, it could be a whole lot of things. I think it is a flashback because I agree with you, Hereth. It does take away from Ventress's character and agency. And I would rather not have another femme character kind of get that taken away from them, because I feel like a lot of female characters in Star Wars particularly get that agency taken away from them. I mean, Remy, do you kind of feel the same way when Hereth says that statement? I think that's pretty strong,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I definitely agree. It's kind of like a coin flip because I I want Ventress to have that beautiful moment, but at the same time, women in Star Wars, and I want her back, and I want to see her. So it's I mean it's
Yeah.
really a coin flip of like, well, which one would I prefer more over the other type situation.
And that's why I think I lean towards more flashback, because you get the best of both worlds. You get that complete agency and that complete story, but you get to see her back in live action. And if you do notice during that clip, they are wearing the same armor. They're wearing their old armor. I'm pretty sure.
Are they?
Also, Crosshair's with them.
Yeah, and that too. Remy?
They're wearing their old armor in quite a few clips in the trailer. It has a lot of Bad Batch fans speculating and also questioning, because in the very first opening scene, whenever they're on the ship and Wrecker's jumping from one ship to the other, it's Hunter and Crosshair, and he's wearing his original Bad Batch armor. So it's like, is he back, or are these just flashbacks from an earlier time? So it's so frustrating.
So here's the thing. What if, now, they said they are keeping with the events of Dark Disciple. Now hear me out. This might be a long shot. But what if they are repurposing that arc and having the Bad Batch be involved some way?
They've already done it
Because
once with
really,
Kanan.
what?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
Depa Billaba.
they did it with Depa
Kanan
Billaba
in the last
in
bad one.
season 1. But think about this, like, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Dark Disciple, it spans between 3 or 6 months,
It
if
does.
I
And then
remember
the
correctly.
Son of
And the
Dathomir
time,
takes place in between that time frame. Like it
yeah.
goes back and
So
forth. Like Son of Dathomir and
it's
Dark Disciple
very,
are
it's
happening
very, it's very like,
simultaneously.
it's very like, there's still downtime where Ventress is being a bounty hunter. So it's very, very possible that they could be part of that story. I don't think we see Quinlan, just because it's very tricky in between, because Ventress and him do the first well, no, they only do one assassination. It's been a really long time since I read that book.
They go to Mustafar and kill some king.
Okay, so it could be in between that and when they go back to the temple, and then the first assassination of Dooku, where Quinlan just completely just goes apeshit, and then falls, and Ventress is like, what the fuck, and goes back. So it could be in between either of those timelines, because there is downtime between those times.
Thought the other possibility was, if you remember in Dark Disciple, when Quinlan goes full dark side mode and Ventress goes after him,
Admiral Enigma.
she brings
Oh yeah,
an
that's
entire
right,
bounty hunter guild with them to do Quinlan. It's Boba, Cad Bane, not Cad Bane. It's Boba, the Seth Green's wife. I forget her character's name. The character. It's like almost like a druid type D&D type character, where it's like where she constantly controls like the leads.
It's her name is like Rati. I know her name. She's a human druid.
She's in it's the season 3, season 4 group when Ventress does her bounty hunter arc.
Yeah, her name starts with an R. I'm trying to remember. Oh.
Yeah, she's the one that has the green things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's that group of people.
Oh,
So I wouldn't be
okay,
surprised if Ventress, if the theory is right, if Ventress met the Bad Batch before this point, because we know the Bad Batch was active with the Jedi Council, which we'll talk about later, and how we can tie into this. It wouldn't be that much of a stretch that Ventress as a bounty hunter came across the Bad Batch, and then when Quinlan fell and had his like whole Admiral Enigma arc, she hired them help get contained. So I think it could work as a flashback, and that's how we get Quinlan in the ending of the season, because they need someone that can break into the oh my god, why am I forgetting the Mount Tantus? They need someone to break into Mount Tantus to get
That's
Omega
kind
out.
of what I was thinking
Because-
too, Hereth. I'm sorry, you can go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I feel like I'm talking a lot. I buy to the theory that Palpatine, because there's the line of Palpatine says in the trailer, like, expend any resource necessary, we need to win. And I subscribe to the theory that Star Wars Explained said in his breakdown. I didn't watch the full breakdown, I watched like the first 2 minutes. That this is the setup, obviously, for Exegol. But he's not going to succeed because we need to get from point A to point B. So I think this is the setup for Exegol. The clones destroy. I think the clones all sacrifice themselves to basically just try to make sure Palpatine doesn't survive, and they fucking. And this is how we get Exegol. It's because I can imagine the clone community being like, we're so close to like getting it, and then they all go, oh, this can't succeed. We can't let this win. We can't let Palpatine survive. We can't let him have an out. So they all sacrifice themselves to blow up Mount Tantus.
Or they just live happily ever after.
Yeah.
No, that's a long
Everybody
range.
took that personally.
That's what I think is how they're going to involve the Dark Disciple stuff without retconning it. They're going to still retcon small stuff, but still gonna not fully retcon.
Yeah, but don't worry, Remy. Kix is still around later on.
Yeah.
Kix is still there. Not all clones, you know.
And Omega will probably get out of it.
No, but Remy, you were saying something.
Oh no, I was saying I kind of agree. Like I think that the way that they could do it is be like, oh, remember whenever we met that bounty hunter and its Ventress, and they talk about how they met Quinlan, and that's like how they go to get Quinlan and help bring him along. Because that was my first thought was, oh yeah, well it could just be a flashback of them running into Ventress and learning about the Quinlan, and because we always see how they learn their connections,
which also could set up them helping the path. Could you imagine that though? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Quinlan, because Quinlan is very, very involved.
What if he gets Junda this season?
That'd be crazy. No, but I think that's the only way you get Quinlan, because I feel like he would be very, very, very involved in the path early on. But yeah, no, I love that because you get, like I was saying earlier, you get the best of both worlds. You get that flashback, and then you get a little bit more because Quinlan is around, he's alive. I mean, it can't just be like. I think that if the Bad Batch is going to exist, right, there has to be an explanation of why they aren't around in the rebellion, because they would have been so useful in the rebellion. That's the problem that I'm trying to wrap my brain around.
That's also true because they'd be the same age as Rex.
Yes.
And Rex was there.
Also,
Again,
we need to explain why. This is another thing I said about season 2. We need to explain how Rex goes from I want to help the Bad Batch, I'm involved with the clones, I want to do rebellion shit, to I don't want anything to do with this. Leave me the fuck alone on this little island.
They all go on Pabu and they live happily ever
exactly.
after.
That's what's gonna happen. See, they're gonna get Omega out, and then they're just gonna go into hiding, and they don't want to deal with any of that shit. They're old. They're like, fuck it.
They're just gonna eat food and deal with tsunamis.
It's fine. Yeah. They're gonna be fine.
So if what you say is about Asajj Ventress is true, if it's a flashback, I'm fine. There's no issue there. It doesn't tamper with the canon or whatever.
Yeah.
But if she does happen to get resurrected, because at the end of Dark Disciple, she is brought back to Dathomir. Her body's brought back to Dathomir. So it's highly possible where it may happen. But like, I don't know. But it would just feel weird. It would just hurt it because I mean, like what?
Big brain. Finish your thought, and then I will go on. This just popped.
All right. Well, like,
go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Let me give you guys a little bit of history lessons. So, since the inception of the established canon in 2014, there have been well over 300 books published. Dark Disciple was the 5th book ever published in the Star Wars canon. So before that, you have A New Dawn, you have Thrawn, no, not Thrawn, Tarkin, you have A New Dawn, Tarkin, Heir to the Jedi, Lords of the Sith, and then Dark Disciple. So you'd be taking, if it were to go against it, you would be taking 8+ years of a known story and almost tossing it in the dumpster in a way. Because, like, sometimes you feel like you need sacrifices and need some resolve. And I feel like bringing someone back is, I don't know.
So, real quick. Okay.
What was your big brain moment?
No, I have another big brain moment here.
2.
I got 2 of them.
Double whammy. Yes, sir.
Buckle up, bitches. We're gonna be in for a long time. So, first one. Okay, I think this is how, because obviously they're tying in to Thrawn being on Dathomir now. That's where he is at. Now, if he's going to resurrect everyone, could that mean that we get Asajj Ventress in live action in Ahsoka season 2? It's possible, but it probably won't happen.
But that's on the off chance if she is dead on Dathomir. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
That's if the chance if she does not get resurrected.
But during this time period, Thrawn is still with the Imperial Academy with Eli Banto.
No. I'm talking about I'm talking about Ahsoka at the end of Ahsoka season 1.
No,
he's
that's
going to
possible.
Dathomir.
If they're doing resurrection, that's possible. I'm saying Thrawn doesn't have involved in that. He's not involved in that at all.
And now, back to your point that we were just on. Sorry, I had to jump from that one because if that one blew my mind. That could have been a possibility. That would have been cool. But I think it's more likely, and this is the way they should do this. Tales of the Jedi season 2 should be a split between Baylan Skoll, Asajj Ventress, do the Dark Disciple arc in Tales of the Jedi.
Here's my hot take.
I think that, or just make it that. Just make a Tales of the Jedi season 2 Asajj Ventress's journey, and then have it be the Dark Disciple. Because what was that supposed to be? 8 episodes?
8 episodes. It was.
8
that's
episodes.
why there's no way you can condense it down to 4.
You can make.
Was,
well, who says
long.
that it has to be 4? Make it 8. People would eat that shit up.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, seriously, think about that.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So, if they were to do that in Tales of the Jedi season 2, you can only do so much because for obviously season 1 it was 6 episodes and 3 per character. You have to make it very concise. You can't have 8 episodes. I mean, you can have it, sure, but they're not going to do it. It's going to be way too much extra money. The budgeting is not going to be there.
No, maybe not. But I think if you, it would do a disservice to condense it, especially if it's going to be seen on film.
And that's why they make books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I agree. Like I'm just saying that that could be a possibility. I mean, there's a possibility of there being spin-offs of Tales of the Sith, Tales of the Bounty Hunters now, which
I would fuck with that.
I'd fuck with that
too. Are you talking about like Secrets of the Sith? Because there's also Secrets of the Bounty Hunters too.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, no. But I'm talking like they are talking about doing spin-offs of Tales of the Jedi to do Tales of the Sith, Tales of the Bounty Hunters, and that opens up a whole new thing to see that we could see characters that we haven't seen.
I mean,
either in canon or that we haven't seen like in a very long time, i.e. Dengar. Just saying.
Hot take. Hot takes, and I know Luke's going to agree with me on this. I would rather have Tales of the Bounty Hunter, Tales of the Sith, and then obviously Tales of the Jedi over Star Wars What If every day of the week.
I agree.
Every single day
I agree
of the
with
week.
that.
Because What If is just, what could happen scenarios. But that's the thing. Star Wars is so strict about their canon.
Yeah.
They adhere to it very well. So if you were to have Tales of everything else, where it be these fun stories that are aligned with the canon, it'd be incredible. Because What Ifs are just another variation of Vision.
And let me just tell you,
with actual characters from the films. So
and let me just say this: we don't need What If. We just don't.
It's fun. It's a fun concept.
Yeah, absolutely. Marvel gets away with it because they have an IP that has multiple different Earths. They have
timelines.
multiple different timelines, multiple different characters that are the same character but not the same character. Like it's different. They're comic books. They work in a different realm than Star Wars does. And that's why I just don't think a what if project is needed. The other reason I don't think it's yeah.
Remy, we all know you have
Oh,
fanfics.
God,
Yes.
Wait,
All right, well,
Yeah.
wait,
since you
here's a
brought
good one. What if Remy worked at 79's? Star Wars What If?
That I would watch.
Do you voice yourself or do you get a voice actor to voice you? That's the real
I voice
question.
myself.
Not a single article of clothing
No.
in sight.
It's not allowed to. Oh, Remy owns 79's,
Lucasfilm.
and it's just a clone.
Oh, is that the title of the
Yeah,
episode?
Remy
Remy
owns
owns
79's.
79's. So are you
if
a
you own
humanoid?
70,
Okay.
you just change it to 69. I know
Yeah,
you would change it to that.
Oh.
That's easy. Why wouldn't you? What's stopping you?
No.
Hey, we're
So
going to
true.
69.
Hey, we're going to 69. You want to? Here's the thing, right? Talking about fanfic. We're gonna get into this conversation because I don't even care.
We're
Yes.
touching this. We're touching this. We're touching
Yeah, we'll
this.
touch it. Do you write fanfic, smut, stuff like that? What have you written? Like specifically, if you're comfortable saying it, if you're not,
I
all
couldn't
good.
tell you the names of them. It's been so long since I've written them. I usually just write like one shot.
No, but like what characters?
Oh, Hunter.
Ah, well, yeah.
I think I wrote a Hunter and Wolf one. Yeah.
It does. Boom. I know your story.
It's canceled. All right, guys. That's the end of the podcast this week.
Has anybody here? So me and Remy were talking on the phone last night. I called her. We were talking about Bad Batch, and one thing led to another. I was like, we were talking about Palpatine. I go, you'd have to be fucking on acid or evil. Like, there would have had to have been something terribly wrong with you to write smut about Emperor Palpatine. And she goes, oh, wait, let me look on AO3. 15 stories about that wrinkly old fuck
You know, I already know what one of
having
them is.
intercourse with different characters.
And you enjoyed it.
Hey, Luke.
Absolutely not.
Hereth, cut out the knot.
Oh, Jesus. No, okay. Am I just a prude, or is that
Yes.
just like, am I also like,
No, you're a prude.
Remy, I wasn't. All right, fine. I was asking you, but like, where is the line? Where is the line that we draw in the sand where this is not acceptable anymore? Or is there no line?
I mean, I've read fics with lightsabers and going in orifices that shouldn't have lightsabers. So I mean, like, I don't think there really is a line
Ouch.
anymore. I'm gonna go find the pages and I'm gonna screenshot it and send it to all of you.
Where the hell did Hereth go?
Hereth gave up. Hereth and Char are done. Say
Alright.
Why are we talking about this live?
because I want to make more work
knew
for
this-
Hereth.
Yeah,
Anyway, do you guys think that tech is coming back?
No.
I don't think so.
Actually, maybe. Well, because who's that clone on that one shot that has very similar armor to what Crosshair had? I'm trying to think. Who is that?
Oh,
Is it Tech or is it Cody?
it's Cody. I think it's
There's no
Cody.
way it's Cody. Because Cody went AWOL.
Maybe, as far as we know.
That's what we were told.
Yeah, that's what he said that he was gonna do.
By Rampart. Which Rampart's not around?
I like
Uh,
Atlantis' theory the most with season 2, where there's a lot of clones that quote unquote went AWOL, and they're just being held on Mount Tantus because they're risks to the Empire and secrets of the Empire. Like, it's big things like that where it's like, yeah, if they tell literally anybody, the entire Empire would kind of crumble at its waist. So I think it's more of he went AWOL, ha ha ha.
No, they just reprogrammed him. I feel like
Yeah.
that's the most likely, because also the other thing is like, why is Wolf with the bad guy? You know what I mean?
I
You
mean,
know,
Luke, did you see
like,
Danielle's tweet?
No, yeah, I know. That's why I think it's a flashback. I think he might be part of the flashback as well.
Everything can't be a flashback, though.
I don't think Wolf is a part of the bad guys. I think, because it's kind of like the same thing that happened with Gregor.
I don't think we've ever gotten a flashback in Bad Batch.
Also, we got to remember Wolf and Rebels, because Gregor didn't really show signs of like how he was in. Obviously, Rebels was right before Bad Batch, but like Gregor didn't really show signs of PTSD in Rebels. Wolf sounded like in Rebels that he went through some shit.
Yeah,
like,
but also Gregor is just insane.
Well, Gregor's insane, but like
literally.
I feel like
you are a dishwasher, Gregor.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like the theory of Danielle, like what she came up with, that Wolf was working within the Empire to try to dismantle it at the waist, and in the process, he's basically destroying himself.
And it's very possible that he could also already be working with Rex and just be on the inside. I don't know. I'm very excited to see him, though.
I mean, I really hope Cody ends up getting in contact with Rex. That's all I want.
I really hope that Rex ends up killing Cody, because I think that would make for good entertainment.
See, Remy and
I'm with Luke on here.
Remy, I was just about to say that. I have been saying this theory since season 1, trailer 1.
Backtrack. Hold on. So Remy, over here, Luke's over here saying that how the hell are all the clones going to survive? And they're like, oh yeah, well they're all going to die. You're sad. But then you're over here talking about, oh yeah, a clone should die. Yeah.
I'm sad about the Bad Batch dying.
Unbelievable.
First of all.
But what about CC22224?
Everybody knows, if they follow me, that Cody's not my favorite commander. I just have a lot of thoughts about Cody. Not that I necessarily want him to die, but I think if it were to happen, a fight between him and Rex would be the best way to do it.
Shit, the thumbnail for that episode is going to be just her crying again. Just like the... Sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, the spawn of my theory of Rex killing Cody, actually, funny enough, came from Kenobi. Because when people were like, oh, I want Cody and Kenobi, I want Cody and Kenobi, I'm like, no, that doesn't work, because Cody doesn't have a relationship with Obi-Wan outside of being just generals in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
They don't fuck with each other like Rex and Anakin, Rex and the
yeah.
and Wolf and Plo-Koon. Obi-Wan is very like, all right, we're gonna go to battle, and then afterwards we're just gonna go off and do our own thing. Like we're not like bros. Like Rex and Cody are friends. I mean, they kept establishing that in season 1, and then they brought it back in season 7. So having Rex be the one that kills Cody feels poignant, not only as the ending to the clone story in animation, it also makes sense for where Rex is in Rebels. You need, like I said, you need to get from point A to point B, and having Rex go through a traumatic event where he has to murder his best friend to ultimately sacrifice Palpatine's return would make the most amount of sense, and it would bring the whole picture, full picture, and guess what? It connects directly into the saga, and it connects directly into the Clone Wars, and it brings the story full circle. Because
obviously, if Rex were to do that, it didn't really end up going the way he wanted to, but because Palpatine ended up doing it anyway.
Yeah, I've always said if Rebels was the spiritual successor to Clone Wars for the Jedi part of the story, Bad Batch is the spiritual successor to Clone Wars for the clone part of the story.
I mean, that should be how it is anyway.
Yeah.
Just to see.
And so bringing that full circle would make the most sense by having this traumatic event happen. I feel like this thing has... Because, like, Cody's fate in canon has always been kind of this, like, what happened to Cody? And having this be the explanation would make way more sense than his Legends explanation of he grew old and then retired. Because that's boring.
Cody
I agree.
In canon is an enigma. We have no idea about what happens to him.
Well, and the fact that I'll raise you this, I think Rex I don't think he'll kill Cody. I think Rex will get him to snap out of it, and then Cody will sacrifice
already did.
himself. He'll sacrifice himself. He'll sacrifice himself in the destruction of kind of what Hereth was saying. That'll be the ultimate sacrifice that that will do, because he'll do anything for Rex. You're right, Hereth. Like Obi-Wan and Cody, you didn't really see much of a relationship, even in the Clone Wars show. It was very much a platonic, like...
It was a work relationship. I mean,
it was a work...
Yeah.
Exactly. It was not like the bonding of friends like Anakin and Rex. So literally, Rex is the closest thing that, I mean, obviously they're brothers because they're biological. Like, I get that, but like,
Yeah.
in the sense of like having a true equal, like a true brother, like in the sense of the word, that's what Rex means to Cody. And I feel like that's the same way for it goes both ways. So having him be reprogrammed and then he faces Rex for the first time, has not seen Rex since Order 66. He hasn't seen Rex since the battle of what is that battle in the first episode of season 7?
It's
Anaxis.
yeah.
Anaxis.
He hasn't seen Cody since. Funny enough, the Bad Batch arc.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Cody introduces Rex to the Bad Batch.
Hereth, you and connecting your fucking dots, man. You're on fire.
Yeah. No, so like think
Have some
about that.
more.
He sees Rex, like Rex snaps him out of it. They're on Mount Tantus. I almost said Taintus.
Nice.
Taint. It makes the most sense that way, right? I feel like narratively, if somebody's got to go, it's most likely Cody. Because
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
but like it makes the most sense because he was one of the first clones that we saw. And he's the most expendable also.
at this point of
No, I'm being
timeline,
serious.
you're not
though.
wrong.
No, he
You're not wrong.
is.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
but Remy,
it's
he
true.
is.
It is true. It's true. But as much as it hurts my heart to say that we will probably lose quite a bit of clones in this season,
Yes.
I think it's gonna happen. I mean, obviously, Rex, Gregor, and Wolf, they're gonna be there because of Rebels. But like,
Yeah.
it really does leave it up in the air with what happens to everybody else.
You guys sound dead certain that Tantus is getting destroyed.
We have to get it destroyed because we need to get from Tantus
Yeah,
to
because
Exegol.
because if Tantus is still around, then why does Palpatine need Exegol?
Why
I
does he
think
need the Sith
that's the
Eternal?
connection. You know what I mean? Because it's hinted at that obviously see, we don't really have the answer to when he found Exegol.
We kind
Right?
of do in the Tarkin novel, kind of, not really.
Not really, because Tarkin novel was before even Exegol was a thing.
Well, no, because remember, there's the line in Tarkin where there's like the interlude
Well,
chapter
the
where
Thrawn- are you
Palpatine's
talking
like
about-
sensing out into the unknown regions.
Yeah, but
When he's like, "Oh, I feel a
that's not-
presence in the unknown regions," it's like very dark side heavy. And obviously, at the time, people thought, "Oh, that's a Snoke hint." They're hinting at Snoke, but obviously now with Rise, they're clearly hinting at the Sith Eternal.
well, and also you
Exegol.
have to remember connecting that dot with the dot with Thrawn. Thrawn was always helping Palpatine map out the unknown regions. So that's how you tie, like, everything ties. And Alana sent me the screenshot of her and her board where she had the like the Charlie Day, like,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And like, I'm on board with Mount Tantus being destroyed, because if that facility is still around, like, it doesn't make much sense for Palpatine to really go to Exegol. Like, something has to happen to Mount Tantus to where it is not usable anymore, and everything is lost. All the research is lost. I have to start from scratch.
Fans have been waiting for this for a long time. And this is the final season of the Bad Batch, so this is probably the highest chance of it happening. Will there be a clone uprising?
I want to say yes with every bone in my body because I want that for them, but I don't think so.
I will say no, because it's not, like, obviously narrative it would be the final hurrah, but let's be real here. Not all the clones think the same way as the main ones that we have seen so far.
I retroactively say yes because Jennifer Corba tweeted the episode names of all the episodes. And you know what episode 16 is called?
The cavalry arrives.
Here Comes the Cavalry.
Yeah,
And
here
a reference
comes
to
Cal-
Wrecker's line in the Bad Batch arc. And I don't think it's
Yeah.
going to be a clone uprising in the traditional sense. everyone's like, oh, it's going to be all the clones. I think it's going to be this clear divide. Like, you're going to get like 50% of them are going to go with Rex. The other 50% are going to go with Cody. Are going to get this kind of battle and Tantus.
Yeah, I think that's also a good way to look at it. It would, if it were to happen, I think that it would be very 50-50 of people siding with Rex and the Bad Batch, and then everybody else having to side with the Empire, and yeah.
This will lead to my prediction that I've been saying since season 2. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But my theory for the longest time, and Remy's going to hate this. I know she's going to hate this when I say it. I think Hunter will die before the finale. And the scene I've always had in my brain where I was like, this is how the Bad Batch is going to end, is it's the final episode, and Omega's finally building her clone armor. And she builds an armor that looks very similar to Hunter, and Omega's the one that leads the Bad Batch into Mount Tantus with Rex.
Oh, god damn!
Because Omega knows what's inside Mount Tantus, and she cannot let it go. Because she finally figures out what is really at stake, and she's the one that tells the Bad Batch, no, we have to destroy this for Hunter. Like the 4 tech line we got in season 2, it's going to be for Hunter.
If Hunter dies before the finale, I'm not watching the rest.
Shut up, you are.
I'm not.
You are contractually obligated.
So Remy, you would much rather you'd watch Hunter die, but not watch his brothers give him revenge.
I don't know if I could. That's like watching your husband die at war.
I mean,
that's literally what you're doing.
I can't.
I mean,
Just like Remy just like we're just doing the reaction. She's just like, no! No!
Did I basically write Red Dead Redemption 2, but Star Wars?
Wait,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Am I not going to complain? No.
No, but like,
But also, we have to also have to bring in Echo
Yeah.
too, because Echo's gonna.
Oh, Echo would.
I mean, Echo's with
Omega.
Rex. But the thing about what Echo and Rex are doing.
They would join him in that fight.
Yeah.
I think Crosshair would put aside his differences and join
I
him
don't
in
know.
that
Me
fight.
personally, I don't know. I feel like since Wrecker said the line, "The cavalry has arrived," I feel like Wrecker will die before the finale.
oh fuck you! You can't take my boy.
Well,
I won't
according
watch
to you
anymore.
in this group,
Fuck
he's mean.
you.
So
Fuck you and your goddamn wrecker.
I don't like heights.
Considering you are the wrecker of this group right now.
Also, the
so
reason
you're
why I
gonna
said
die.
the reason why I said Hunter is I remember this conversation when Rebels was coming out. They're like, they all thought it was gonna be like Game of Thrones, where it's like, who the hell is gonna die? Everyone's gonna die. Let's be real. Star Wars has tropes, and
Yes, it does,
always
very much.
the mentor/leader is the one that dies. And Hunter is in that situation where he
Remy, contain.
he is
No,
the Kanan,
No.
he is the Obi-Wan, he is the Han
No, he's
of the
not.
group. Hunter's
So
the most likely to go out of everybody.
He's just my husband. He's just a boy. Leave him
according
alone.
Well, according to his age, yeah, you're not wrong.
He's just a boy. Well, actually, now that you mention it,
But here,
Oh,
this is
sorry.
also the other question I want to know. I feel like this is like the main question. What is Crosshair's fate?
Oh, Crosshair's gonna come back.
Yeah,
Well,
he'll
yeah,
come
we
back.
know that.
Do you
we
think-
know that.
Do you think
But
he
what's going to
takes?
happen to him?
Do you think he takes Hunter's spot then, and he becomes the leader? Because literally,
Maybe
they
if-
have been building that up since season 1, though, Remy. Because Hunter's been pulling at that heartstring ever since getting off Camino, and so is Omega.
If Hunter were to die first, I definitely think that Crosshair coming back would jumpstart it, and that would be his main reason for coming back is for his specific revenge of that.
I feel like he already has like enough. He already has the persuasion to come back.
I mean,
here's
he does, but
After what
like
happened
I'm
with Mayday, after what
saying-
happened with Cody, he's already seen
But-
enough to understand that the clones
But
Yeah.
are being controlled. What they're fighting for is not right.
Here's the thing: with Crosshair in the trailer, when Omega and Crosshair walk past each other, Crosshair has this face of like, I am just done with this shit. I don't want
Dude,
to
it
be in
looks
the
like-
fight. I just want to give up and just die.
Yeah, he looks so bad.
He just no, but you're right. He does look like lost.
No, but
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
but you know, but doing the funny thing is that I noticed they're all wearing white outfits.
Yeah,
It looks
they're,
like they're in an asylum.
yeah,
Yeah.
clone asylum. Isn't that fucking weird?
Oh my god,
like, literally,
so
like,
relatable. I love it when the clones are
Where's
relatable.
Falcone?
Where's the Joker?
He's been poisoned with a saprophotic hallucinogen, a panic-inducing toxin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
no. Go ahead.
you know, I'll say this to Luke. I know Luke. This is gonna make Luke either really happy or really mad. I think he's gonna be really happy when I say this.
What?
I hope they just keep with Palpatine. Keep Vader the fuck out of the show. We
No,
don't
I
need it.
agree.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no, but
also agree.
I literally, and that's kind of what I called Remy yesterday about this, and we were talking. I was like, it does make sense for it to either be Palpatine or Vader. Do I want Vader to do it? No, but then again, after I saw the Battle of the Heroes with Vader in Clone Wars animation, I was like, ooh, that's kind of got me thinking. And then I was like, no, because it's like it would just basically be Rogue One. It would
No,
basically
'cause
just be Rogue One and like Wrecker punching Vader's face in or some, I don't know, but like let Palpatine destroy the thing that he created. I think that is the most poetic shit. Think about
And
that.
That's
Think
what I
about
was about
that.
to say.
Think
I was
about
about to say
that.
that.
He is literally he is their father. Like
Yeah.
literally. He is their adoptive abusive father that is now throwing away what he calls the useless thing. They're obsolete. He has said that as much.
He's Tywin a Tyrion.
Basically. No, that's on point. That's literally on point, Char. You're not wrong. And to have him put the metaphorical nail in the coffin.
Except Palpatine doesn't die in the shitter.
Yeah, well.
Unfortunately.
I think it is poetic that Palpatine be the one that kills the Bad Batch. Not only just the Bad Batch, but destroys the clones altogether. Because there is no... And again, this also runs into... Why the fuck don't we get Padme mentions in the second season in the clone agenda that she was trying to push in the second book? Or was it the third book? Can't remember what it was, but she had made
It was
legislation.
Queen's Hope, because Queen's Peril is a prequel.
Yes, Queen's Hope. She was pushing the agenda for veterans, and Chuchi was the only one that decided to pick that up, and it died. They don't give a about veterans.
Yeah, we see it in Kenobi.
Star Wars is inherently political and will stay political. It's continuing what Filoni started in the Clone Wars of connecting the Clone Wars and in effect the Bad Batch and Rebels to Vietnam. What happened after Vietnam?
Yeah,
A lot of homeless soldiers.
everybody literally said, "Well, fuck you." And this is perfect. Let's not make Star Wars political. It's in the fucking name. It's in the name. The Empire is
when
America,
are wars
and the
not
rebels are the
political?
Viet Cong.
Yeah.
Huh. And now you see
Yeah.
how the Empire treats its soldiers after it's given 3+ years of their lives, which have been enhanced. So they basically also, other thing, I know Char said that they're children. They are literal children. Like, they don't have child labor laws. They literally send children to kill droids. How fucked is that?
They're all
How
13 years
fucked
old.
is that?
They have the maturity of grown adults.
It doesn't matter what their maturity is.
You know what would make me happy in the Bad Batch show? Hunter shower scene.
Hey, Jennifer Corbett. I know the show is basically in post-production and the entire series is finished, but can we please go back and have this scene into the show retroactively?
This is the last season. Like, Remy's like breaking down the doors.
I just
I need my Hunter sex see?
I just imagine like Remy getting dragged out of Skywalker Ranch. Like,
I need to see that man with his long, beautiful hair wet. I just want to see him wet, okay?
See, like, here's the problem, though. Like, with that animation, like, what's the difference from it being wet and being dry? Let's be honest here. The way it's done, like, I don't know.
They need to figure it out, and I need it.
They need to figure it out.
Because they didn't give
Figure
me
it
Wolf
out.
last season, so.
You know what I'm
Do
gonna
your
do?
job.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hire, if I ever make good money, I'm gonna hire an animator and just, that's gonna be your, like, 35th birthday present. That's your incentive to live until you're 35, so there you go.
You know what I need is I need Hunter.
Yeah, don't die.
I need Hunter in Baldur's Gate form.
Oh, no.
You could do that. You could do that.
Probably
I could! I have mods! Oh!
Where you can have half the face tattooed. Yeah, you can do that.
We have officially created a monster.
No, Remy created herself.
I mean, basically, it's just Gale, but like.
Remy is
with a
aware of this.
tattoo and
No, because Gale is more like Wrecker.
Wait, Gale
Gale
Lewis?
is not. Gale
Gale's
is
like
not
tech.
Hunter.
Gale is tech.
I'm talking about looks-wise.
Oh,
looks-wise,
no,
yeah.
I would say that he still looks, minus the hair. The hair is very much Hunter. His physique screams Wrecker. Are you kidding me?
No.
The
his
guy's
physique
built like a shit
screams-
brick house.
His physique screams Hunter.
No, it does
Yes.
not. You're
Agreed.
insane.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'm actually with Remy on
No.
this. Yes.
How many times have you romanced Gale? Thank you very much.
I will do my job as the wrecker of the group.
Jesus. All right.
Anyway,
All right. I think that's a good.
We're talking
stopping
about
point.
Star Wars.
I'm
I think that-
sorry.
I think that's a good stopping point. Remy, give us your final thoughts. What do you think will happen to the Bad Batch? Be truthful with yourself.
I don't want to.
I don't want to face my truths.
I think
I want to live in
Face the
fantasy land.
inevitable.
I think that they're gonna live happily ever after with
No, that's
Omega and.
Right now. You're not being
Okay,
truthful.
what I think is gonna happen is I think that somebody is going to sacrifice themselves. I don't know who, but somebody will.
And Remy would be so happy if it were Cody. No, Hereth, where are the good people? No, just kidding.
Well, all I hope is that this season will be better than season 2.
I have good hopes for it.
Remy, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
You can follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Feral Remy and on X, Twitter.
No, we call it Twitter here. We don't
Okay.
give a the
Cool.
Overlord
On
Musk.
fucking Twitter, you can follow me at _ Feral Remy _ It's pretty feral over there. I will be back for the reactions, and I can't wait for Bad Batch.
Every
season
single one.
Also, my predictions for the Bad Batch are, while I'm watching it, I'm just gonna say this really fast so that Hereth has to bleep it all out.
Oh, no.
And you guys heard none of that.
Again,
just
no,
says,
no, again.
No, it's gonna be just a long beat while cutting to everyone's reaction of what you're saying.
No, that's that. All right, we're also adding to the Remy Pharaoh counter. That was at least 10. So whatever it was, add on to that.
For the total
Also-
of this, I mean, the
Let's go.
AO3 stuff, I say at least 50.
Also,
Let's
the
go.
best part of the
Or
Remy
Beetlejuice,
Feral,
at least a lot.
the best part of the Remy Feral counter was not Remy's feralness; it was us adding to the counter.
Well, no,
Because we were-
you guys. Okay, but like, here's the problem with that. You guys would try to add to it, and I'm like, no. Like, Remy
There was-
does it perfectly. Like, whenever like she throws it in, and it's just like, God damn it. Like, oh my God.
There was one that I got in there that you're like, God damn it! There was one.
Yeah, there was
was-
one.
It was a tsunami scene.
Oh,
Yeah,
never mind. Yeah, that's right. Hereth, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
I guess the good people can follow me at Hereth Productions on TikTok and Instagram. Hereth _edits on X. And of course, you can find me here at the Pod Ones every Thursday night.
You said you guess where the good people are going to find you there?
Yeah, I guess.
So you're just like leading them on.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Follow me, bitch.
tease.
Surprise! I'm
little
actually
tease.
taking over Hereth's spot on the Podwans. This is the announcement video.
Char, where can the good people follow you on the social medias?
Good people, you can find me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at CharCharJS, spelled right here. You can find me here at the Pod Ones podcast every Thursday night, and you will be seeing us very soon for these Bad Batch reactions.
Hard. They can't see where you're pointing. Remember?
Hey, don't hit me because I'm beautiful.
Hey,
Um,
Char. Remember
Maybe
there's
get rid
a
of that
thing-
yee ass haircut. Maybe get some bitches on your dick.
Whoa!
GTA 5 reference. Nice GTA 5 reference. I love that, Char. Hey,
You can find me at Jedi Master Eggs on all social medias, and you can find us at the Pod Ones on all social medias. Also, if you guys are also paying attention, me and Chris, Star Wars Lawyer, will be doing reactions to Avatar: The Last Airbender. So be on the lookout for that in the near future. So we got a lot of content coming down the pipeline.
And House of the Dragon.
down the
And
pipe.
House of the Dragon
Yeah.
and Rings of Power and other content that we will be talking about very, very soon with you folks. But with that, good soldiers, follow orders.
When have we ever followed orders?